Good morning, students. Good morning to all. On last day, we have studied about the emerging service in India, and in this concept, we have studied about the two types of the business organizations. One is the franchising, and another one is the outsourcing. So today we will study about the another two types of the emerging service business. Okay, students. Today we will study about the e-commerce. So, e-commerce or electronic commerce is the buying and selling of the goods and services. So, e-commerce or electronic commerce is the buying and selling of goods and services through the electronic networks. Electronic networks means so like internet. So, e-business is a broader term which includes internal and external transaction of organizations across the internet. The internal transactions include finance, productions, operations, etc. While external transaction includes customer services, sales, marketing, and business to business transactions. So that term e-commerce denotes mainly external transactions according to Deloitte Association's report. According to Deloitte Association report, 70% of revenue in e-commerce in India in the year 2015 was only from the online travel followed by online retail, which accounted for 20% of revenue. So the 20% of revenue is collected only by using the electronic transactions. After introduction or after improving the telecommunications, so all the peoples were using the internet for the purpose of transacting goods and services. So around 20% of the revenue is coming to the government without any corruptions, without any wastage. So the e-commerce benefit of e-commerce is abundantly to improving our Indian economy. The major segments in the sphere of e-commerce includes health, education, real estate, financial services, digital downloads, online classified advertisement, etc. So normally we are using the electronic commerce for the purpose of more, but among these beneficiaries, the financial services and the digital downloads and the online classified advertisement only will the important major spheres. So the general impact of e-commerce. What are the impact of e-commerce is arranged, the general impact. So about 4 million of people of India is said to be employed in e-commerce sector either directly or indirectly. So 40 percentage of the patients, 40 millions people, means of maybe 40 percentage. Okay. So the 14 million of people of India is said to be employed in e-commerce sector. E-commerce sectors means so we can take the outsourcing sectors and the telecommunications and the social medias. Everything is also considered as a e-commerce only. So the e-commerce generates the great opportunity for entrepreneurship in the sphere of online retailing, online service, digital commerce, and so on. So e-commerce only can have the possibilities to generate the great opportunities for the entrepreneurship. Even if the peoples want to become the entrepreneurships for the production of any commodities and services, sometimes it will not be possible. But if any of the individual persons want to become as the entrepreneurships, it will easy to become as an entrepreneurship in the area of e-commerce. The e-commerce companies have invested heavily in supply chain areas, warehousing and delivery points. So normally if we want to purchasing any of the commodities, Normally, or most of the peoples are going to approach the e-commerce only. By sitting in our home itself, we can easily purchasing any of the commodities what we want to consume. So in this area, many of the delivery points are created, and some of the supply chain areas also has been improved abundantly. So many of the franchising and the logistics and the delivery points also will be improved. With the rise in e-commerce transaction, sale of financial, physical and data security system related products has seen tremendous growth in India. So normally all type of the electronic commodities only transacted by the way of e-commerce only. Next, the e-commerce promotes innovative practices of carrying and business. Social media and social media networks have opened new ways of transacting with the customers through e-commerce. So nowadays, all the social medias and the social medias networks also have been provided more chances to the customers to make the transactions on the online via. After that, thanks to wider broadband connectivity, many business concerns are switching over to e-commerce mode of transaction business. So broadband connectivity, the number of broadband connectivity also had been increased only by the way of using the e-commerce. If you are not having or not possible to using the e-commerce transactions, or if you not don't have the e-commerce facilities, there is no need of broadband connectivity. So after introductions or after improving the e-commerce only, the broadband connectivity also was increased abundantly. Next, more contemporary customers are buying through the Flipkart and Amazons. More contemporary customers means some of the handicapped customers who are there, and some of the old age peoples are there, and some of the peoples those who don't have the knowledge about the commodities, they can easily understand about the commodities and the online ways, and they can easily purchasing in the online through the Flipkart and Amazons. Next, direct marketing companies are using internet to promote product and the render efficient customer services. Nowadays, some of the offers also provided to the customers when we are purchasing any of the commodities only by the way of e-commerce. But even if you want to purchasing any of the commodities directly to any of the shops, they will not provide any of the offers. But some abundantly some prescribed offers are going to given by the e-commerce web. Next, impact of e-commerce on vendors. Impact means some of the benefit. Okay, vendors means some of the sellers, the retailers. The benefit of e-commerce on vendors are the retailers or the sellers. What are the benefit was arised to the sellers by the way of e-commerce means. First, the vendors would have a wider access to customers across the globe. So all the sellers can have the possibilities to make the relationship around throughout the world. So all the customers can expose their feedback about the commodities and their services. By observing or listening these feedback, the vendors can improve or change their possibilities and their characteristics and some characteristics of the work. Next, this helps minimize the cost of operating business due to direct distribution of goods to end consumers, thanks to minimum intervention of intermediaries. So, if there is no e-commerce facilities, the vendors have to take more effort to providing the commodities in the hands of the customers. So, but the e-commerce also help to minimize the cost of operating business due to direct distributions. So the vendors no need to take the cost of distribution of commodities to the customers. And because of that, the customers also having no need of paying the more tax or more prices for the commodities. Next, vendor could internet interact with multiple buyers and sellers. Suppose one of the vendor can have the possibilities or the chance to make the interact with multiple buyers and sellers. So the different type of the sellers and the customers also will be situated throughout the world. But the vendors can easily have the chance to make the interact with the buying and seller. Next, business concerns could orient marketing efforts towards targeted customers. So all the business concerns have the particular targeted to achieve within the particular time. So because of that, they will be absorbing or attracting the customers by providing many offers. By providing many offers, all the business concerns with the orient marketing efforts towards the targeted customers. Next, impact of e-commerce on buyers. So how the buyers will get the benefit by the e-commerce. First, the buyers could have a global access to information about variety of products and services available in the market. So if there is no e-commerce, the buyers will never have the chance to know about the informations on the commodities. But now all the companies will be printed or will be mentioned in their website about the information on their commodities. So the buyers also can have the chance to access the informations on the worldwide commodities. Next, the buyers would buy the products or services round the clock from anywhere in world. So on 24 hours, the buyers can have the chance to buy the commodities. Next, the prices of products bought through e-commerce tend to be relatively lower than those purchased physically in the conventional shops due to offers, discounts, etc. So when we are comparing the price level of the e-commerce system and the directly purchasing system, so e-commerce also provide many offers to the customers. So the customers always have the interested to buying the different type of the commodities only in the way of e-commerce transactions. Next, electronic and software products could be downloaded immediately after purchasing through e-commerce mode. So whenever we want to download the software products, we can easily download it immediately. Next, the customers could participate in e-auctions, which is one of the facets of e-commerce, and get conduct in a free and fair manner. So the e-commerce business also provided another one of the facilities, that is the auctioneers. So the customers could participate in a actions. So if the product is not providing the satisfactions on the customers and the prices, they can made to the access. Next, individuals could sell their used products through e-commerce mode with relative ease. So some of the individual persons also, without having any of the business organizations, they can easily sell their used product to the another one of the persons. Next, buyers can bargain and negotiate better terms and conditions with respect to buying knowledge of products. So some of the options also mentioned in this prescribed website. So in this website, the buyers can bargain and negotiate the better terms and conditions. Next, e-commerce models. So what type of the models are there in this e-commerce? So on the basis of the models, so we can classify the five types of e-commerce. First one is business to customers. The business to customer model is the fastest growing segment in e-commerce space. So under this model, business concerns sells directly to the consumers. So business to customers, the business organizations directly sell their products to the customers. So it is called business to customers or B2C. The business organization directly approaches the customers and the business organization directly sell their commodities to the customers. Next, business to business. One business organizations can have the dealing with the another one of the business organizations. It is considered or it is called as P2B model. So under this model, business concerns transact with one another through the internet. For example, Snapdeal, Flipkart, Alibaba, and the TradeIndia.com etc. is one of the example for the business to business model of the e-commerce method. Next, consumer to consumers. So one consumer can have the chance to selling their commodities to their another customers or the another consumers. So under this model, customers sell directly to other customers through online classified advertisement or through action or through mobile or through marketplaces. Example, Indian ventures in C2C or Craftly app, so which deals in handmade products of a wide range. For example, OLX and eBay and the Quickers. So we have seen already, we have seen many times in our TV advertisement. So after using any of the commodities, one customers can easily sell that product to the another customer. Next is the customer to business. The customer can have the dealing with the business organizations. This model is considered as a C2B model. So under this model is reverse to action model. Products like automobile, electronic item, furniture and similar products are traded by the customers through the website. The Nagpur.com, Monster.com, example of Indian companies operating in these domains. So the customers also can easily dealing with the business organizations. Mostly the handicraft product artisans can have the dealing with the business organizations. Next, business to government. It is considered as a P2G model. This model envisages the selling products and services by business consumer to government organizations. For instance, the TCS operates the Tata Consulting Services. The Tata Consulting Service operates the passport application process for the Government of India as part of line process. As we have studied already, the outsourcing method. On the basis of the outsourcing method, one of the business organizations will undertaking all the works to the government. Next, logistics. This is also another one of the emerging business service in India. The logistics can be viewed as a logical extension or transportations and related areas to achieve an efficient and effective good distribution system. Logistics means one of the extended transport systems and it also effective goods distribution system. So we have to distribute the commodities and another one of the transport facilities. The hindrance of place is also removed by the transport we have studied already. So in this sense, how can we improving the transport system or the transport facilities? So we have to extend the transport facilities for the purpose of distributing the commodities from the place of consumer to place of producers. So the extended transport system only is considered as a logistics. The logistic management is defined as a design and operation of the physical, managerial, and informational system needed to allow the goods to overcome time and spaces. So within the particular time, we have to distribute the produced commodities to the consumers from the place of producers. So one of the extended transport system is much more needed. The extended the extended transport system only is considered as a logistics. The logistics now considered as a one of the management organizations. So in this logistics, some of the decisions also have to taken by the management. The logistics management involves various decisions that need examinations for an integrated systems. What are the integrated systems? The product designs, plant locations, size of market sources, production structures, distributors, dealers network, and some of the decisions are there. So on the basis of logistics management, we have to taking the different type of the decisions under the method. Next, some of the key actors also will be consist of the logistics. What are the key actors will come into the logistics means? The shippers and the suppliers of logistics services. Next, the carriers and the air water pipeline, ropeway, warehouse providers, freight forwarders, terminal operators. Everybody is considered as a key actors. So after produced one of the commodities, those who all involved to distributing of the commodities to the consumers, everything is also considered as a key actors. First, if they are considering the key actor of the first, if the producers are considered as a key actor, mean after that the wholesaler, after that the wholesaler will providing to the uh, providing to the product to the warehouse keeper, warehouse worker, and warehouse keeper are going to export that commodities to another one of the nation, the shipper, and what are the mans are coming are including into the distributions of commodities, they will considered as a key actors. Next, role of government. For the purpose of implementing the logistics management, what are the role of government is there means? The government plays a significant role in the logistics in India. The important legislations that affect logistics are central sales tax and local sales tax. So it's different type of the tax also implemented to the logistics management. The MODVAT, GST, Motor Vehicles Act, and different type of act also enacted by the government. Next, the elements of logistics. Some of the elements of logistics. So the product inventory at source, pipeline inventory, and the product inventory and the warehouse dealers also considered as a more elements of the logistics. Okay students, so the logistics management is not important, and we have to study it very elaborately about the logistics. I am also thinking it is not, I didn't explain it very well, so we will study about the next concept. So I think it is enough. So today, if you have any doubt in e-commerce, please ask me in our interactive periods. Thank you.